This video is a lesson from our free course on validation rules. If you find it useful, you can sign up at academy.rotive.io. In this video, I'm going to talk about operators, what they are and how you can use them in validation rules to build out your business logic. So you'll see here in our validation rule builder, I'm on the opportunity object right now. We've got this drop down that says insert operator. You can roughly put these into two different categories: mathematical operators and logical operators. And the mathematical ones are pretty easy to understand, add, subtract, multiply, divide. The logical ones are doing something very similar, except it's not about, math. It's about taking different pieces of a formula or a logical statement and putting them together. And most often you'll see the and the or at the bottom. You'll use the and operator if you have two different logical statements and they both need to be true in order for this validation rule to be true and cause an error. You can use the or operator if either one of those statements could be true and cause that error. So let's use one of our logical operators in a validation rule to see how it works. We'll use the and operator here, which is represented by two ampersands. So let's say that if an opportunity is closed, we don't want anybody to be able to edit the data, though we'll have one exception, unless they're a system administrator. If they're a system administrator, then we'll let them edit it, but anybody else, no. And so the and is going to come in handy. And so the first thing we'll do is let's create that validation rule for stage equals closed. So let's insert a field here. We'll say opportunity. And instead of stage, actually, I'm just going to choose the closed checkbox. And so if is closed equals true. So what this is saying is that if the opportunity is closed, you can't edit it anymore. Check syntax. Let's see if we have any errors. We don't. So now let's add in our logical operator for and. Add two ampersands here. And let's say we only want this to apply if the person is not a system administrator. So we'll do and essentially what we want to say is that the user's profile name is not system administrator. So let's insert another field. And we started with opportunity, but we can also choose any values from the user or even from that user's profile. Here's that name, click insert. So this is our profile name variable, and we'll say equals. And you can also use the operator menu to get to equals. There it is. Or you just type the equal sign. And let's put in there system administrator. We want to wrap this in quotes since it's a string. And so we'll say, if the opportunity is closed and the profile name is system administrator, then cause an error. So actually what we want is not an equal sign. We want the opposite of an equal sign, which is not equals. So if you look at our operator menu here, you can see that not equals is represented by a less than and a greater sign put together. So I'll replace that. There we go. This should work if somebody is trying to edit a closed opportunity and they are not a system administrator. Check syntax, no errors found. Give this a quick name, can't edit closed ops. Add in a little error message there, and then we can hit save. Can't have any special characters in that rule name, so just removing that apostrophe and then hit save. So there's a good example of a validation rule that's using multiple operators here. The ampersands for and, we have the equal sign, and we have the not equal sign. And let's just test this to make sure it's working. Here's an opportunity that is closed won. Now I'm a system administrator, so I should be able to edit this and change something, and it should save just fine. Now, if we come back to this validation rule and we take out this other logical statement here, I should no longer be able to edit this closed opportunity. There we go. And you can see now we've got our validation rule error that's popping up. So that's an example of how you might use operators within a validation rule to extend that logic to make it a little bit more advanced, try and fit your particular needs. That was a lesson from our free course on validation rules. You can sign up for it at academy.rotive.io. Thanks for watching.